Well, guys, 5 minutes each for fighting!
All right, everybody. Welcome in episode number 17 of the Three Help Podcast. My name is Nolan Rasmussen, alongside my co-host Caleb Crouchy. Crouchy, how are we feeling today?
We're living today, dude. It's another day. Um, Finally off my fucking pain meds, so I can actually record. Just got knee surgery, so back at it with the fellas and getting ready to record a great pod here. So we got my buddy Tristan Hall on, former Caps legend from last season, stuck through all the bullshit. Yeah, Tristan, how we doing, buddy?
We're doing pretty good today. I mean, glad I can finally get on the pod, share some stories, and hopefully give some advice to new kids coming into the league and just basically
Yeah,
into Tier 3 in general.
yeah, 100%. I mean, you've already seen a bunch of bullshit from last season and already some shit going on this season, but we'll get into that. So, without further ado, Razzie, you want to hop into the first question here?
Yeah. Same question we ask everybody.
Mhm.
How'd you start playing hockey? And just take us through your career path and all the places you've seen and gone and all that.
So, just basic introduction. I'm from Missoula, Montana. I grew up most of my life in Billings, Montana. The way I got started is I think basically one day I went free skate, first time ever skated. And then as I was taking the skates off, I'm like, I hate this. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this stuff. And then it's funny, my mom takes a look up and she sees a try hockey for free sign. And she's like, "Oh, you should give that a try." I'm just like, "No, I
Yeah.
don't want to try that." And then I went and then I just kept persevering at it and I ended up falling in love with the game. Played through most of my career in Billings until about Banamere. And then I moved to Missoula, played my second band a year, and then after that, I started my first year on JV, and that was actually my first year I played club hockey with the Montana Selects. Shout out to those boys. Best youth team I
Jeez.
ever played with. Most real.
Jeez.
Because honestly, hockey up here in Montana, you don't get like that real experience, and it felt like that team just had like what real experience, and I didn't realize it till I started playing juniors, and you get like the boys meshing together, kind of
Yeah.
bonding together almost, and it was great. And then, yeah, I played another year at JV after that, and then shout out to Coach Greg Sears who got me into this whole junior hockey business basically, as long as Bill Lavelle, owner of the Butte Irish. They were both kind of the guys that helped me through that double A year. They were both a part of that program, and then Greg initially set me up in the USP team, which didn't end up going the way I wanted it to. And shit went south. Went back up to Atlanta from Palm Beach, Florida, and then that's where it all started.
Right. It's just a legend route there. Shit literally went south. I mean, quite literally went south. I mean, fuck.
Oh my God. Well, the living situation I can tell you was not the greatest. I guarantee it couldn't get worse than what I was in. And
Yeah.
someone can let me know if it gets worse, but if you're living in a small three-bedroom apartment with four other players and your head coach, and you're paying for your own groceries as long as a $600 billet fee, it can't get worse
That's
than that.
rough. Yeah, I was curious on that because I know I was gonna go to Palm Beach. I don't know, like 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, something like that. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got these nice apartments. We got this over here, and it's just a great living
Mhm.
situation." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know about apartments because that was the time I was in Long Beach, and obviously, apartment situation up there is brutal." So I was always curious on that.
Mhm.
So yeah, good to know. I don't think I'm gonna go
Yeah.
there anytime soon.
Don't plan on it. They make it sound like it's a really nice area. I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
a bad area, but it's not the best.
best. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
You guys didn't hear me drop a fan like 2 minutes ago, did you?
Hmm?
No. I I
Would
want
you?
the fan
What?
I usually have like blowing up here because the AC doesn't reach this room is broken for some reason. And I didn't realize that until after we started recording. So I went and grabbed the one from the main part of my room, and I
Uh,
cranked the cords untangled. I dropped it. It was really loud. I don't know if you guys heard
dropped
that.
the shit out of it. No, I didn't hear anything. That's shocking, actually.
Yeah,
I didn't
That
hear
was
anything
like
either. That's actually crazy.
and that's why I dipped for a couple minutes. But anyways, back to
hey,
on
buddy.
topic here. What are some of the best places you played and why? And then just kind of tell us some fun stories from those places. As wild as you can think of.
Um, Honestly, it's gonna be leading up to this last year. I mean, shout out to 24, 25 JV Warriors. It's what we call ourselves. It was a great group
Yuck.
of guys. They were awesome. It was definitely not the greatest hockey, but it was fun. It was a fun team to play for. Some crazy stuff that happened. I think there's one time we were playing some part in southern Idaho, and I think it was our attendee and one of our smallest kids, and this kid's like below 5 foot. He's not that.
Jesus.
He's Yeah, he's a feisty
Midget
guy.
level. Holy fuck. My
Oh
God,
yeah.
certified.
And I just remember he took the goalie's car keys. We're out warm-ups. Goalie pushes him into a pole. Kid splits his damn head open.
No
Crazy.
shit.
And we're all
What
looking
the
at this. This
fuck?
is right before the game. And funny thing, Tendy still gets to play the game. And the kid
Nails.
comes out, tough as nails. Kid comes out and plays himself too. His head split in half basically. He needed to go get stitches after that anyway, but that's our team. Honestly, that team was true definition of nails right there.
It's fucking sweet. Just doesn't even give a fuck. Head split open. Like that. Fuck it. I'll go play.
Yeah,
Why
that
not?
that was
Why not?
back in my
Why
era
not?
where I played defense. Believe it or
Attaboy.
not, I played defense at one
Attaboy.
point.
Big defense guy.
Hate that position personally, but
Yeah,
gotta
I
do what you
get it.
gotta do for the playing time.
I get it. Yeah, trust me. I understand. What else you got on that topic?
Oh, shoot. So I would say honestly, the Caps was a fun team to play for. I mean, it wasn't the best season, obviously. I would say it's better than what I've seen some other teams in the three do in the past few years. Like, I don't want to name drop any teams, but yeah, I mean, it was a fun group of guys. There were some questionable guys. I will say Peltz was a very questionable guy himself,
Dude, so,
but
sorry to interrupt you there, but speaking of that, like I know we rag on him a bunch, but I've seen this dude fucking grinding his ass off recently. Like low key.
yeah, he
He's in
was
the
actually
gym
looking
at
good.
He's in the gym at like 5 in the morning, on the ice at like 7:30, in the gym again at like noon or some shit. I'm like, honestly, like we rag on him a bunch, but he's grinding, man. I'm kind of I'll
Yeah,
see. It'll
honestly,
be
he wants
interesting.
it.
It'll be interesting to see what he does because I mean, if you're putting the work in like that every day, there'll be some changes for sure. So we'll see. But anyways, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. And I was seeing him at Odessa's main camp, and he's been looking pretty good himself. He's
Yeah.
looked like he stayed in shape, and it doesn't sound like a lot of the new boys that are pretty much in shape from what I've heard. They're going to Atlanta, so yeah.
Yeah, most of the time when you get to Atlanta, you kind of get out of shape because again, like last
Hmm.
year, like
There
obviously
was
like there's
nothing but
no
ice time. That was all
yeah,
he did.
it was all just ice and shit, and there's no gym or no conditioning. Like there's really nothing. So
Yeah.
like it's like kind of on your own there. But like Jeff said, if you want to be a pro, train like a pro, do it yourself.
The good old Pyle way.
Yeah, right. No shit. No shit.
Oh, I just made thought about is my first impression on Caleb Crouch, our host here.
No, fuck you.
First
Whatever
time
you're
I
gonna say.
saw no no it's a
We gotta
funny
hear
one.
this. We
It's a
gotta hear
funny
this.
one. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love
Yeah,
this. So this
let's do it.
is I got there right before Texas when we drove over 16 hours and everything. And I never noticed you were on the bus or
Oh
anything. I was
shit.
kind
Yeah,
of
okay.
keeping it
Go
to
ahead.
myself.
I was trying to remember when you came. I was like, Texas. What? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. And then I remember first game we roll up. I didn't even notice you in the locker room before the game. I noticed you at warm-ups. You're standing there. I'm like, I thought Atlanta didn't have an assistant coach. That was my first thought. I thought you were the coach. Because I didn't see your boot on or anything. I just see you standing there and you're standing there all professional. You look great, by the way, when you do
Thanks,
that.
man. I appreciate it.
You're a coach.
That really
You're
touches
made
my
to be a
heart
coach.
and it touches me in multiple different ways. So thank you. Yeah. Wait,
Oh
was
my
that the
God.
trip? Was that the trip that I didn't play at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You just came along for the ride. That was also the trip on the way back where McQuigg asked the bus driver to stop on the way back to Atlanta at 4 in the morning when we were an
Fucking
hour
right,
out
bro.
because he needed to
Fucking
go to the bathroom, and for some reason he couldn't use the bathroom on the bus.
yeah, because he didn't want to play rock paper scissors. Fucking weird.
Everyone was asleep.
Dude,
He
yeah,
could
I
have
know.
got
That's what I'm
back there on
saying.
his own.
I'm like, dude, there's like some points throughout the trips and stuff like where guys played rock paper scissors and they just they kept losing, kept losing. I'm like, all right, bro, just go. Like I'm done with this shit. Just fucking go. I don't want to hear your
I was a
bitch.
legend. You couldn't even lie. I could
Dude,
always
yeah,
get
you
past
fucking ripped
everyone.
that shit. Well, like I remember there was like that one trip. It might have been that trip though that I think somebody went up to Jeff and was like telling him that no, maybe it wasn't that trip, but it was one of the trips that we played rock paper scissors a bunch. Jeff knew about it but didn't care, and then someone went up to him mid like 5 hours in, probably 6 hours in. It was one of our longer drives, and I just get a text from Jeff like, be a fucking captain, be a leader. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't make these rocks do all this bullshit. Like, I was getting ripped, dude. I was like, what the fuck did I do?
That's
Like,
so
what the
funny,
fuck?
bro.
I don't
That's
know
the
what
thing
it
It
on
was
was.
every
pride
team.
helps.
Huh?
That's a thing on every team. The rock paper
Well,
scissors.
yeah,
They
I
get to the
know. But
bathroom.
I think when we did that, it might have been rock, paper, scissors, or it might have been something else that they lost and had to sit in the bathroom. And like we like jokingly said, oh, you gotta sit there for like an hour. And he actually did it. Like he could have gotten out. Like he did it himself, and then I got the fucking heat for that shit. I was like, all right, bro.
You just gotta be smart enough to know what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I mean he didn't really care what the fuck was going on. Well, yeah, sometimes, but
Yeah.
There
yeah,
was a
dude,
I
point in
just love
tournament last year where we had so many guys on the team that there was a kid who spent a whole bus trip in the bathroom because that was the only open seat.
that's fucking brutal.
Because
That's a rough one.
none of the rookies went to double.
that's
And
crazy.
I don't know. He just Hinsey went in the bathroom and he opens it and he was just in there and he comes to me. He's like,
Oh my
"Dude,
God.
Rocco's just in the bathroom." I'm like, "Why is he sitting in
Fuck. Like lay down on the fucking floor somewhere. I don't know. Like
there?" Yeah,
there's
get up in the
options.
little
Like
bag holder things I got up top and just lay down up there.
yeah, like something, bro. Yeah, no, it's wild. Yeah, I know that trip was the last one I had when Tristan got there, and then I went home for like a month or some shit.
Yeah,
So
you
because that
were
was when
I
I
think you
fucked up
were
my ankle really bad,
mhm.
and then I came back like a month later or something. And then when I was at home, you guys low key almost beat Rage. It was like a 6-5 game. I was like,
Yes.
holy shit, this could be history. I was like,
And the
no way.
crazy thing about that was I think the max amount of guys we had that game, I think we had around 7 guys. That was
Yeah,
all we
you guys had
had.
like 7 or 9 or some shit. It was low
Yeah,
too.
it was something below 10, 7, 9, 8, somewhere around that range. It was
Mm-hmm.
crazy though. I thought it was funny that we almost beat them, and their coach was obviously crashing out and everything. And Rocco's over there, and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck's going on right
Yeah,
now?"
well, that was
Like,
before their coach got fired, I think, right? Because that coach got
yeah.
fired. Yeah.
And then they went downhill from there after that. I think that was after the showcase and everything, if I'm correct.
A lot of teams went downhill after the showcase. So after they actually fucking realized, like, oh, we're not as good as we think we are. Yeah. When they played
Hmm.
real teams. Yeah. That showcase is such like an eye opener for teams that think they're really good. And then they play like a
Hmm.
central team or west team or frontier and then they get fucking raped. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like
speaking
watching,
of,
Oh,
yeah,
the
go ahead.
Drillers losing to Louisiana, or not Louisiana, to the Mountain King or something.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
lost
That
to an
was
East Division team.
yikes.
It's a yikes right there.
Yeah, but they bounced back. So, fuck them. But whatever.
And they played their first
Anyways.
wow.
real hockey team in the Fraser Cup championship game and lost 4-0. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But they
because even
still,
when they got there, they were still playing teams like Long Beach, if I remember right.
yeah,
yeah,
but Long Beach, I think the Long Beach stuck with them for a little bit though. Like I don't think they won by
I
much.
I never heard about it. I just remember seeing the ending score was like 7-1 Drillers. And I remember Drillers actually beat Helena. That actually surprised me
Yeah,
personally.
that's always a close game though every year. Like, cause
Yeah.
that's the team they play fucking every year. Like it's
But
a given.
that was a game that was like 6-0 in Drillers'
Yeah,
favor.
yeah.
That's what
That's
surprised me.
that.
I
Yeah,
wasn't surprised.
that was a shocker for sure. Yeah, I mean, speaking of like just caps in general, um, just give us your thoughts on like last year in general, like from start to finish. What did you think? Like, I guess give us a reason. Like, I kind of want to know too, because a lot of guys left and shit too. Like, I guess why didn't you leave? Like, what was the reason for you to like stay? Just shit
Well,
like that.
I kind of already went through a shit show in my USP down in Palm Beach, and I was kind of like, I'm gonna stick with this. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. Because what I wasn't getting in Palm Beach was the playing time, and once I got there, I was getting the playing time I wanted
Right.
and getting that opportunity to develop. And honestly, I'm just gonna say this to everyone out there listening right now.
Yeah.
It's more worth it to be on the team where you're gonna play. And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if the team's good or not, because if you're not doing this to win, it's more for your college, it's more worth it
Yeah.
to play. You're gonna get a lot more out of playing the games rather than just practicing and then scratch the games
Yeah.
and being a tool for those other players that want to go to college.
Yeah. Or just being there and like, oh, let me get traded real quick. Like this was my experience too. Like along with the playing time, like I wasn't getting much ice time in Atlanta my second year, I think it was. And then
Hmm.
I was just like, I gotta go somewhere else. I went to Long Beach and like they say like the grass isn't always greener. And sure shit it wasn't. And I was like, ah, fuck it, I'll go somewhere else that I think it's better. I go there, get fucked over there. I'm like, ah, well, fuck it, I guess I'll go somewhere else. And it's just like at one point in time, you just got to pick a team where it's like, okay, you might be shitty, but you might be getting 35 minutes of ice every night. Like, where are you going to get that anywhere else?
Yeah,
So
and I don't think an opportunity like last year for Atlanta will arise again for a very long time.
yeah,
And I think that opportunity that those kids got to do that was great for them. I mean, looking at kids like, for example, Braden, he's committed to college. Hatcher got
yeah,
into college. I know he wasn't getting much playing time before on his previous team. And I just think they knew what to do. Was right. And the playing time was their main goal. And that's what they earned through Jeff.
yeah. Which, like Jeff always said to us every day, like, where are you going to get this ice time?
Hmm.
Fucking nowhere,
Exactly.
you know? But speaking of Jeff, what are your, like, what's like vivid in your memory? Like, okay, this is the best Jeff Pyle moment. Or just give us a couple of like just some bullshit that he always
Oh,
does. Because
okay.
everybody's got different stories and different things that kind of click with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
let's hear it if you have any. Which I'm sure you have some.
Oh, I just remember Rookie Idol is one of my
Yeah.
big memories. Hey, Rookie Idol champ, by the way, don't forget.
Yeah, fucking right.
Well,
Don't forget it.
I just remember we had our little halftime show. I'm not gonna go into all that. Or a Hatcher Horton halftime show. And
I
then
got fucking assaulted. Okay, that was assault, and you fucking know it.
oh my
It was a
God.
full blown fucking lap dance that I did not ask for. All right, I only had a couple ones on me. I couldn't pay much. Like fuck. Anyways, go ahead.
I just remember Jeff took one glimpse back and yeah, and it's the only time I saw Jeff have disbelief in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that just stuck with me because I'm like, Jeff will never unsee that. Jeff might be able to unsee a lot of things that he doesn't want to see, but that will definitely not be one of them.
He probably saw that in his sleep that night, unfortunately, because I think I did too, and it was a fucking nightmare.
I don't know how you roomed with him after that because I believe you roomed with him that same weekend.
I think I roomed with him and Jalen, and it was just a shit show.
It sounds pretty questionable rooming with them, but yeah,
Yeah,
especially since they roomed together and
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Anything else like locker room wise from him, or even just from the boys, like
Oh,
stories from the locker room and shit? Like I know it was a good amount,
oh,
or on the ice, like out of practice games, like just anything. I know it was a good amount.
just and I know Comp brought this up on his episode that he was featured on, and that practice where he just had to be playing in and he split his head open. It
It's
was just everyone was I couldn't believe it and I was wondering if he was okay. And I was actually the one there holding his hat after when he was getting up and everything. And he just came over, he's like
just
snatched that
snatch
from
that
me. He's
bitch.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's like, give me that shit back. And I'm like, okay, I'll back
Oh,
off here.
yeah. Like oh
And
fuck
he's
off.
like, and then he goes to feel his head before he's like, I thought that was sweat. let's keep playing. And I'm like, you cannot keep playing.
Yeah,
I
I
get
give a
it.
fuck.
And then after practice that day, I asked Jeff, I'm like, you're all good, Jeff, right? And then making sure he was okay. And he's like, can't hurt steel. One quote I will never forget. I
Yeah,
will remember that for the rest of my life. Can't hurt steel.
sounds like Jeff. That sounds like Jeff, dude. I'm also really pissed off though that he took our fucking locker room door off the hinges because that gave us zero fucking privacy for court and shit or like whatever else we wanted to do. Like he heard
Bro,
everything, saw everything. Like
I just couldn't believe when he took the speaker later in the season. I was just like, what's going on? I know I was on aux and everything, and I was just playing music. And Jeff just
yeah,
he doesn't even say anything. He just comes in here, takes the speaker while it's playing music, and walks out while it's playing music. I'm like, is he gonna at least turn it off? Like,
yeah,
so I end up
he's
pausing the music, and then he comes back in, and he's like, kid came back for his speaker. I'm like. And I know I'm the one that took that speaker into that locker room because it was sitting outside of our locker room for a
oh yeah, that's
month
right.
straight, untouched. I never touched it. And once it was sitting out there for like a month, I'm like, screw it. It's ours now. We need a new one anyway. No one's coming to take it.
That old one sucked, so that's brutal.
Yeah, it was a brutal. You couldn't even use it without plugging it in.
Yeah, yeah, which is a rough go. Did
Mhm.
what was I gonna fucking say? Oh, Uncle Jeff's story time. You
Oh
remember any of
God.
his stories that you could like dish out that you can dish out? I know I told one off pod, but
Definitely, definitely the one about the horse tranquilizer.
that's always gonna be anybody's answer, dude.
Yeah,
That one tops
that.
everything.
Didn't we have that one on
I
the
don't
last
know if I
episode?
remember.
Yes, dude, but it's like it's fucking it's a mind you, this
You
dude,
had
it's
to
like
hear it from him.
bro, it's like an hour before game time and we're all just like sitting out there in the fucking lounge. And this dude just starts ripping stories at us like probably for 45 minutes. After the story, he's like, oh shit, we're on the ice in like 10 minutes. Nobody's dressed. Like, we're all just not even giving a fuck about it. It's like, we got to hear more stories, dude. Like, because I did think about that story and I vividly remember him saying, like, they were on, from what I remember, they were on the swing set, like all three of him and his boys.
Oh God. And then one just disappears.
One fucking like disappears. One
Yeah.
falls off, like cracks something open, or like breaks his nose. His nose is bleeding everywhere. Jeff and him are trying to find his buddy. His buddy's nowhere to be found, and they're all like off their ass, dude. Like they can't like get up and walk and shit. Like, and then I remember him saying like, "Oh, they went back to the house, and there's like cops said like there's a bunch of cops there." And his buddy was apparently like in the backyard going inside to change. And then his one buddy was like, Jeff's like, all right, bro, go inside, get yourself all cleaned up. Like, and then like the mom comes down. He's like, what the fuck's going on? And mind you, like at the time, they're all just like, nothing ever happened. And then
Blasted.
the fucking
Yeah.
cops are all there. She's like, what the fuck, bro? Because I remember him saying it was supposed to be just like a small party. And then a bunch of people showed up. The garage was all full. There was a guy in the corner that was
So
sitting
yeah,
there
like had a little
selling
table
like
set
yeah,
up.
like and then the
Yes.
guy's like, "Oh, you want some of this?" And like you're like, "Ah, no." And the guy's like, "Ah, well, it'll be fine. Like, don't worry about it. It's just a little." Because like
Jeff's
back
like,
then,
let's have a little
because like,
fun.
cause
Yeah.
like back then, of course, like drugs were a big fucking deal. Like now, you probably never see
Yes.
that, but like back then it was. So they're like, "Oh, fuck it," and they go to the lake, right? Remember that part? And then yeah, shit hit the fan.
Just a
And then
crazy story, bro.
the next day they wake up, it's fucking horse tranquilizer. Yeah, that was probably tops all of it, 100%. Like it's wild, man. It's he he was interesting. But
Yeah.
what other ones can I ask you? I mean, like obviously always played poker, it's always
Yeah.
that was always a good time. Practices were always a fucking shit show. Trades were always a shit show there.
Sioux Ball was always a shit show.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I couldn't deal with
Oh,
that.
I've got a
Especially,
story.
oh,
I'm sorry.
enlighten me, Crouch.
I'm sorry, but I had a story. Speaking of Sioux Ball. So if for some fucking reason nobody knows what Sioux is, which some people call it, different names, basically you go out as a team, go in a circle, you have a soccer ball. It's one touch or two touch, depending on what the team wants to do. You kick the ball, whatever. Whoever doesn't get it basically is out, or you can like fucking sue somebody, which is sue. You just fucking kick at them and basically kill them, and they're out. So, anyways, we all go out. We're in South Carolina playing the Rage. I go out because I'm like, I haven't played Sue in a while. And I'll admit it, I was free balling. All right. I'll say that. So we're playing Sue. And I remember this. I fucking will go to kick the ball. Hatcher's behind me because he was out. This motherfucker just pantses my shit out and we were
Oh.
like, remember, this place wasn't like hidden in the back. This was out in the front, fucking parking lot and everything. Kids in front of us. Like, I was just like, dude, no fucking way this just happened. And I was like, I look at him like, you motherfucker, and I attack him and like throw him on the ground. Dude,
I
that shit.
remember that.
I was
That
like, if I get
was
fucking like if I get charged for some bullshit, like what's it called? Like fucking whatever it is, getting charged for that shit. But like, bro, I was like, there's no way that just happened. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was
that, and I was just like, are we serious? Because this kid is obviously an age out, and he's like, it's like, and I'm the one that types to think you got to grow up. I'm like,
yeah,
grow up,
but
kid.
let's be real. Nobody in juniors ever grows up,
Yeah,
even if they're an age
that's
out.
in the end of the day, that's the truth. None of us are ever
Mhm.
growing up. We all do some stupid shit, and hopefully not stupid enough. And there were definitely a couple kids that would do some of that stupid enough stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, dude. It was that was a rough go for me. I was pretty sad and upset. I thought,
I made sure you were okay though, which was
yeah, no, I
important.
appreciate it. No, I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Speaking of that, their fucking locker rooms there were so hot. Holy shit.
They were pretty nice though.
They
I
were
will
nice.
say the
Yeah, I
stalls
will
were
say
pretty
that. They were
nice.
nice. They were nice, but it was really hot in there. It was fucking brutal. Or their glass that popped out that one game for like 35,
Oh
40
my God.
minutes.
Yeah, and then Jeff wanted to delay the game to tomorrow and they wouldn't let us. I remember that part
Honestly,
too.
I was totally fine with it because that's happened before and it did not go the way we thought it was going to go. So,
Okay, that's
yeah. So
fair.
I was kind of cool with it. I did not want to play another 15 minutes on top of another game that day. Yeah, I'm good with that. Shit. What else? What else you got? What else you got right now? Anything off the top of
Hmm.
your head that you're like, this was fucked up or this was great or like whatever it was? Even from like different teams, like even from your 16U team or Palm Beach or whatever, man.
16U Palm Beach. Jeez, that was another sad thing. There wasn't really any crazy stories together. That just felt like a junior team that didn't mesh, honestly. And
Kind
it
of
was
like
kind of
Prism.
disappointing to see. Yeah, it was almost like that. And then honestly, in Atlanta, it was better, but the transportation, like getting around everywhere in Palm Beach was awful, especially considering I didn't bring a car down like I should have.
Yeah.
And that's on me, first mistake. This year I definitely won't make that mistake, but
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Come on, lock in. Unreal. Christ.
yeah, but also focusing on schoolwork was a priority. Got that done,
Yeah.
graduated, surprisingly.
Well,
Nice. Attaboy. Proud. Didn't
Yeah,
think
graduated high
didn't think
school.
that day didn't think that day would come.
yeah, I didn't. It was great. Yeah, and then I tried to get a couple of my buddies to go to Atlanta this year. One of them went to Cincinnati Cyclones, USP, and the other went to Remington Sockeyes. So those kids didn't
Too many
really
teams in that
end
dang league,
up.
dude. Like, the fact that I've never heard of that second team, and they've probably been around for like multiple seasons.
You've never heard of Remington?
I don't really pay attention to the USP that much.
That's fair.
So
Dude,
it's
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
they're
it's
actually not bad. They're actually pretty
yeah.
good. Well, this
yeah.
year
I
they were.
just
Last year they were good. The year before that they were god awful.
I just think the Premier League's going to be completely washed after what they did with the whole NCDC expansion and everything involving that. I think it was just an awful deal that they pulled, and
Yeah.
they think it's benefiting them. But at the end of the day, and these are my thoughts on it, I just see you're watering down the league. There's not enough tier two players to play for this many teams. It's over 100 teams.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
mean, I agree. Like, I don't know what they'll do, but it's just gonna keep expanding.
And
They're not
I
gonna
just see it
stop.
as you're not even creating new league or creating more opportunity. Basically, you're basically just switching names, like getting rid of the NCDC, and you're turning the USP Premier previously into the NCDC, and then USP Elite is the new USP Premier, so on and
Yeah.
so forth.
Well, they'll probably fucking do some bullshit and expand it up to like BC and all those Canadian territories and shit like that. Like they've done
Hmm
over in Quebec and Montreal and all that shit. Like,
We have teams in Mexico within the next 10 years, probably.
yeah, probably. Fucking Juarez
Jesus.
down there. Fucking
Yeah.
great place.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to have the kids getting deported.
Yeah, probably. Dude, I'm surprised they didn't do that for fucking El Paso like years prior. Like
Oh yeah.
the amount of like last names on there and just like guys, I was like, are you sure you should be here right now? Like you're pretty close to the border. Don't know
Yeah.
if this is safe
Mhm.
for you.
He just drives
Yeah.
over every day.
He might, dude.
I guess goes
I don't
back.
there, dude. I seriously think there's one year that 50, maybe more percent of their team was like Mexican and from Mexico. Like there's a couple guys from like Team Mexico or some shit. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, they probably did drive over, actually.
I mean, because like I remember going to play El Paso and that hotel they put you in, like you can see into Mexico from this like one bridge you go up,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
like,
you could see the big X too. Like that
yeah,
shows
right.
it's
That's yeah.
yeah,
The
Jeez.
border is
place.
legit like 2 miles from the rink. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because like on the back side of the rink, like how the locker
Yeah,
rooms are out there. You can go out in the
Mm.
back. Literally it's that highway and then it's right there. Like the
Yeah,
border is
it's
right there. I'm
legit
just
right
like,
there.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's days where I was like, who's gonna jump over that wall today? Who's gonna be the victim? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is
Yeah.
gonna come over? Yeah, yeah. I
Just
mean, we
sounds great. I
almost.
don't have to go down there.
I mean,
They definitely.
yes and no. Yes, it was
They
an
did get a lot of
interesting fucking
fans. It was
spot.
pretty fun to
Yeah,
play there.
it
But
was. It was very fun. That was
really
the only
good ice at
thing.
that rink too. Like
Yeah,
surprisingly
which
good for
is
where it's at.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It is shocking.
yeah.
It's like that, and New Mexico had really good ice. So I was just like, that's interesting. It's like places you never think, but because they got all that fucking money that they can, kind of contain their ice more. But I don't know, man. Now they're done.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're
I
coming
don't
back.
know. These NA3 team and all another thing that's starting to bother me is what these social media interns are starting to do. I see them starting to post some of the most diabolical shit I can't even believe. And I wanted to
Well,
bring this
most of it's
up
fucking it.
because yeah, and New Mexico was one of them I saw recently. I think it was actually yesterday. It was they made this whole AI video with a bunch of like baseball and like hockey slang,
Yeah.
and I just can't believe, like, how is your marketing team allowing this if you even have a
Yeah.
marketing team?
Well, most of them are all AI now. Like all the new teams and shit. All their
Yeah,
logos are AI generated. I'm just
It
like,
that's
looks
that's
what the
so
fucking
bad
DC.
too.
crazy. Oh, horrible.
That's what mainly's been happening with the DC and this new Mountain Division Null team. It looks like half the teams that rebranded or whatever, they're just now basically AI. They let AI do it. Like, for example, Pueblo Peppers. Like, who thinks
Yes.
of
And what
that?
kind of
What the
name is
fuck?
that too? That is like the
That's
worst
fucking
name I've ever heard in
Yeah,
horrible.
my life.
Like,
that
wow, I feel very
I
intimidated. I'm playing the Peppers. Like,
Oh yeah,
what?
look
or
at
the
this
What am I?
New
Billings
Mexico
Cattle
posted.
Punchers.
This
Yeah,
is on New
that's the
Mexico
one right there.
NA3's Instagram. Like, what is this?
Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, yeah, what? Like with the Peppers too. What am I going to see? Fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers concert? Like, come on. Like, come on. What are we doing? Like, a fucking joke. I
Another
mean,
one I'll bring up.
go ahead.
It was the Billings Cattle Punchers is the one that strikes me too. I just think it's an awful logo. And then another
What is
questionable
the
thing
name?
is I've been seeing their merch and it has the letters CP on it, which honestly is a questionable marketing decision if you ask
Yeah.
me. And
It
we were
requires a
talking
lot
about
of
this.
screen time to get that reference, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah, it's questionable for sure.
a lot of the
I
teams right
just
now are
think,
questionable.
yeah, it's a questionable year for a lot of leagues, if you
Everybody,
ask me. It's a lot of
fucking everybody.
change from last year.
Yeah, it is, and I'm kind of shocked that like they put this much change into it in one year because
Mhm.
again, I mentioned this in previous pods that like even the Southeast Division, they did it way too quick. So I'm curious on how these, the new divisions or even these new teams that they just fucking pumped in like that, how they'll do. Because again, we've seen it already. Like the Southeast was fucking horrible last year, and
Hmm.
it's just money at that point, dude. Like that's all they need. So I
I
don't
think
know.
their only solution to it so far was throwing in another team. Like they threw Austin finally into that division, and it's kind of like, and apparently from what I've been hearing, Austin did not want to move into that division, and it's just surprising almost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have rather had. I don't know if I would have rather had us last year stay in the South because I think it would have been a lot worse for us. To be
Hmm.
honest.
Oh,
So like
100%.
getting us moved, like not a big deal, but South is a lot more fun to play in than
Hmm.
what we did. But what do you do? Can't do shit about it. Kind of rolling off the topic of playing places and leagues and stuff. Like, obviously, I just had a call with you, Tristan, the other day about a bunch of bullshit that went down. Like, I guess kind of elaborate on where you're going to play this year. Like, what's your route? Obviously, you can kind of tell your story about what's going on right now because that's
So we just got the call basically saying, and it was an honest call, and I respect that, saying that we're not going to get as much playing time as we were expected to just because of roster issues. Apparently, he has too many guys and everything, and he wants to put the right guys in the right places, which I respect. And I've been in the talks with a couple teams right now, and
and that was for caps, right? Just want to
yes, this was
yeah,
kept for
just making sure,
caps,
just
and
making sure. Go ahead.
yeah, and then I'm in talks. I would prefer to be closer to home, but I also want to go where I want to play.
Uh,
Because my ideal route for this next season after this season is to play college. And I kind of have my eyes set on where I want to play. University of Montana. It's Acha D2. Great place, great campus. I get to live at home and everything. It'd be awesome. And yeah, I don't really want to go too into detail about it right
Right.
now, but honestly, the best thing for everyone to do if you are playing juniors is to go to that team where you're gonna find that playing time,
Yeah.
especially on your breakout year where you're coming out and you're gonna go into a college.
Yeah. 100%.
And on and honestly, this isn't youth hockey anymore. It's a business almost. You gotta kind of treat it like a business. Like you gotta fight for your spot. You gotta look
Yeah.
good. You gotta present well and everything. Just
I mean,
all of the above there.
at the like, well, one thing, it's you and your brother Preston, correct? That
Yes.
would be getting dished. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, yeah, like Razzie and I have been through fucking all the bullshit in juniors. Like we know, obviously, like what the coaches are gonna say, and if it's bullshit or not. Like, I mean, I don't know if Razzie has anything to kind of feed off of what he just said or not. But if not, I'll go fuck myself. But yeah, you can go ahead if you got something.
Yeah. I mean, like getting traded my first year, it was like, I like Sheridan. It was a lot of fun. We get treated really well there, but I was kind of getting to a point where I felt like I was getting screwed over, and I think the old coach there seemed to have a weird thing where he always played vets over rookies, like no matter what, unless the rookie was like way, way better than the vet, which was the case
Mhm.
for some guys. But um, but he always seemed to just do that, and then like I had guys tell me like you're better than some of these guys playing over you, like they were saying that, like got to a point where I was like, I told my dad like, yeah, I'm requesting a trade, like no matter if I'm in the lineup this week, I'm like going to his office on Monday and asking for a trade. And we were in Great Falls that week, and I actually ended up getting traded. And I was like, oh, sweet. There's one less thing I got to do. And
Yeah.
I went down to Austin back when they were brutal. And, I played a ton. I was on power play. And, we had a coaching change mid-year, which a lot of guys left after that. And it went very downhill. And it kind of just got to a point where it wasn't very fun. And, it's kind of was what it was. But, I did sort of always chase like what league am I in? Am I on a good team? I kind of had a tendency to do that, and I ended up going to the Junior Bruins and the USP after that, and same thing. I started hot, I got hurt, and then I kind of got pushed to the outside, and the coach was coaching NCDC and Premier at the same time, just because they had something go on prior, like very close to the start of the season there. Which I'll give him the grace of that at least. Like he had so much on his plate that he probably just didn't have time to like configure some stuff, and I do think I was kind of just there at the wrong time. I'll give him the grace of that. It was a really nice area to live in. Like the rink's obviously really nice. Um, Ended up going to Wilmer after that, and I played like four there. I mean, Reuter was honest with me. He's like, "Look, you're going to be on the fourth line if you come here," and I was like, "That's fine. Like, I just as long as I'm like in the lineup and I'm fine with like 10, 15 minutes of ice a night." Like, he's like, "Sweet, sounds good," and just being a role player, and I went there, did my thing, and came back the following year, and after main camp, he did kind of tell me I was going to be in a higher role, and what I took from that is like I'm playing like second, third line. Got there, I was still in the fourth line, got a concussion like second day of camp, and realistically, I should have asked for a trade at some point. But one, I think I got in the way of look, I've done this suitcase thing twice already. I kind of don't feel like doing it again.
Yeah.
Two, I already knew where I was playing college, so I didn't have to worry about that. Three, um, that team was such a blast to be on. I was like, I just want to leave. And like he did offer me to go play in Yellowstone, and I'm like, look, I'm not driving 20 hours across the country to play for a team that loses by 10 every game for 3 weeks. Like
Yep.
I'd rather fill waters here, honestly. And like, I think looking back, like staying my last year, I don't regret it. Like, yeah, not playing sucked, but like I still have made tons of memories, and like, yeah, I was fortunate. I had, the college already lined up, and so I didn't really have to worry about that. But if you're in that situation, you don't have the college lined up, I would say what Tristan said absolutely goes. Go where you're going to play, go where you're going to get eyes on you. Um, ice time is fun. Like this past year, like I got put in our D3 Ultra team, a little bit on the boat at first, and then I get named captain of the team as a freshman, which was, obviously really cool. And I was not expecting that at all. But and then after that, like I'm playing a ton. I'm like a top four defenseman on the team. I'm like, this is so much fun, man. Like I'm like legitimately like this is like one of the more fun years of hockey I've had in a while. Just because like I don't ever have to worry about being out of the lineup. I like get a ton of ice time. Like I'm obviously, as I already mentioned, I'm the captain of the team. Like it's like I'd rather do that than you know be in and out of the lineup or third pair defenseman on our Division 1 team. And like obviously to try out every year. And I even told our D1 coach at the end of the year last year, I'm like, look, like if end of tryouts next year, you're like, okay, Razzie's probably like the seventh, eighth defenseman on D1. Like I'd just rather play D3, like and I get the ice time and stuff like that. And like we're gonna be solid on that level the next couple of years too, which will obviously be cool. Like we took beat one team that went to nationals, took a different one to overtime, and took like three others to empty net. So like our record wasn't very good, but we were competitive and in most games. And
Yeah.
sorry, there's a little bit of yeah fest there, but
No, you're good, man.
that was
I mean,
yeah, kind of, yeah,
realistically, like,
yeah.
if you're at a team and you're like Raz, you say like you're playing and you're on fourth line and you're having fun, like fuck it, fucking play there. But like even what I did, like I'll admit it, first year, second year, I was like, okay, I'm playing NA3, that's tier 3. Like, oh, like I fucking suck. I want to go, chase NAHL or chase NCDC or chase another league that, like, it's just the fucking name. Everybody ends up playing Acha. I see guys playing NAHL for 3 years and, oh, you signed Acha. Like, even, I'll dish out from last year, like, top point leader in the NA3 last year. He just committed to Acha D1. Like, everything leads to Acha D1 or maybe NCAA D3.
Or beer league,
Or beer league. Fucking, or hanging up the
eventually
skates.
beer league.
Like it just
Yeah.
really you're just going to play tier 2 for the fucking name of it at that point and for
Mhm.
hockey. But you get my point. Like if you're at a team and you're having fun with it and you're getting a lot of ice time, fucking just stay there. If it's on a great team, then maybe look at other teams. But again, like we've talked about it this whole time, you want to get ice time, you want to get looks.
Mhm.
Like you don't want to be fucking scratched. Like if you're going there paying $8,000 and getting scratched every game and doing nothing, like, sure, fucking bounce out of there. Like, that's pointless. Why pay a bunch of money to fucking be on the bench and do your,
Yeah.
bench or get scratched, right? So, but very
Yeah,
good
like
points there, Razzie.
I think if it's between like, okay, am I gonna be like the best player on a good NA3 team or like a scratch on a decent NAHL team, you're probably gonna end up at the same college regardless, like of
Yeah,
which one you play. So you might as well just go to the NA3 team and have more fun. And like the other thing about that is like your season ends. The NA3 playoffs end a month before the NAHL regular season ends. So like you might as well go there and then you can
yeah,
spend more time with your family over the summer and have more fun too.
yeah,
Like there was a kid I skate with who's going to play his first year in the BC this coming year, and like I was telling him once, I'm like, dude, like I know guys rip the NA3, but like if he's a goalie, and I was like, dude, like if you're like the guy in net on a really good NA3 team, not only you have more fun than playing than sitting in the stands or being backing up at the BC, but you're gonna
yeah,
develop a lot more, and like then like you get an opportunity back up there the following year, you might be the number two, you're the number one guy, and then
yep,
who knows what could happen from there.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
like,
and honestly, like, a lot of coaches too, you gotta be careful. Like, they all
yeah.
fucking lie.
Oh
Like, they
yeah.
all fucking lie. It's like, oh yeah, you'll come here, you'll be first line, like, it'll be great. Well, you can pay like $2,500, you'll be in a great spot, and you get there, and it's like, oh, I got scratched 6 games in a row, but
Hmm.
I had a good practice 2 weeks in a row. Like, what the fuck's going on? Then you
Yeah.
ask him, and he's like, oh well, this guy's just better than you. Okay, well then why the fuck am
Yeah.
I here in the first place? And obviously, asking for trades is like, yeah, it's nerve wracking, right? You don't know what the coach is gonna say, you don't know how he's gonna react. Like, you never know, but at some point, you just gotta fucking pull the trigger and be like, all right, I gotta get out of here.
Mhm.
Like, even when I was in Wilmer, when I was asked for a trade from Reuter, I was like, shit, like, I don't know how he's gonna react. I don't know if he's gonna be pissed. Like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, fuck it, I gotta figure it out. And
Yeah.
it was
There was one
it was
day I went to Reuter the second year. I'm like, hey man, like what can I do to play a little more? And he's like, man, your condition just isn't always there. Like, and
yeah,
I was like, yeah, I mean, when we bad guys, usually like one of the last guys back. And
right, what, which is
um,
whatever, but
I mean, like I was like, I do think part of that is because I've never really been the fastest skater ever. I think that played a role at the very least
yeah,
in that. And then he was talking about Nails. He's like, yeah, you're way better than Nails, but he just has better condition. That's why he's been in the lineup more often than you. I'm like. And we were in the middle of like a 5 game losing streak at this point, and I'm like, so if you want to win games, doesn't it make sense to play all your best players and
yeah,
not just play the guy who's a little bit better conditioned and doesn't
yeah,
know what
like,
he's doing out there?
Mhm.
yeah,
I
and
know
even
Nails kind of
like,
catches a stray every like 2 episodes.
he
Sorry,
fucking
bro.
really
Not
does. He really
that's not the
does.
first time that's
I
happened,
mean,
but
Tristan,
but yeah,
Tristan, yeah, I mean, like,
shout out
Tristan
Nails
low
though.
key,
Beauty.
yeah, beauty. Tristan
Yeah.
low key got lucky this year though, like, because obviously, like Raz, you said, like, most coaches will play vets over rookies. Like, that's just
Mhm.
how it is, unfortunately. So, like, even having the limited guys we had, like, honestly, it was good that we had limited guys, because even if we had a fucking had most team of vets, like, most of the nights you probably would have been scratched. Not saying you're a bad player at all, because you're not. It's
Yeah,
just
no.
that's how coaches are. Which, I mean, I don't. I guess I
And
understand
that
it,
that's
but
definitely how I noticed how Atlanta was almost. Is
yeah,
I felt the vets were getting more playing time over the rookies unless you
yeah,
were like a rookie that was exceptionally better.
yeah,
And I kind of noticed that with a couple guys on our team. And yeah, I just thought it was my cue to work harder, but at the same time, it
yeah,
was like, okay, I'm gonna play on the third line. And Jeff had sat me down and had talked with me, and he's like,
yeah,
basically, you need to figure out why you're not. Well, he told me why our line wasn't playing, and he
yeah.
said I needed to help them figure out how to get more playing time. So I
Well,
sat down with them. I think it was McQuigg and Preston, and then towards that end of the season, I saw we started to roll through our lines more
hmm
rather than having that third line sit most
well,
of the
even
game.
like for you, I mean, I was hoping he'd probably bump you up a line or two, just to see, is it the line, or is it, you know, one of the guys he's playing with that's fucking everything up? Which, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I think, what, with 6 games left, I think he kind of like rolled you through a couple lines. I think it was, might have been you, maybe not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was you that you got
Maybe.
rolled through. You got rolled through a couple lines. And you're like, okay, this is better. Like, It
Hmm.
just depends on the guys you're playing with, because
I think it was that last game specifically. I think our third line was rolling good, and then McQuaid got thrown out of that last game of the season and against Pelham, took their best player out. Shout out
yeah,
for that, by the way.
yeah,
Was a
type shit.
big help for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
And I just saw me and Preston were playing with different center, and we just saw the different speed and pace of the game start to speed up, and
yeah,
and I felt a lot better personally playing with it. I know Preston enjoyed it a lot too, and
yeah.
it was just
So
great overall that last game.
just depends on the line you're on and who the guys you're playing with, because you see it
Hmm.
everywhere. You see one guy, it's like, oh, you should be a lot better than you are. Okay, well, bump me up to second line, bump me up to first line for a game. See what happens. And you get bumped up, and it's like, oh, okay, this guy can fucking play. Like, he just needs a little more support, which a lot of guys sometimes do. I mean, fucking, you saw it on the D end with the decor last year. Like, there's a couple of guys where it's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And then it was just the guy, his deep part of that fucking sewered him every time.
Hmm.
You know, like I
Yeah, and
sewered
that's why I
most of
felt
my deep
bad.
part. I sewered most of my deep partners, like fuck them and shit. But yeah, I did that purposely. So yeah,
And
yeah.
I think definitely you meshed well with some guys better than others. I mean, it was just the way other guys wanted to play. Some of our D-man liked to be the hero almost and want to skate it up, which,
Like
let's be honest, these days it's never going to work in the NA3. It's a dead weight youth hockey strategy that doesn't work anymore. And you're going to need a team. You need players that you can play with together. And I think that was the trouble with you, not saying it was your fault, but it was who you
nope,
were
all my
playing
fault.
with
I'll wear that one.
rather.
Nope, I suck. Fuck it. It's my whip. Kidding. Yeah, I mean, like even some of the guys, like I don't want to name names or anything, but I'm going to. Uh, like Cooper, for example. Like
Hmm.
he was on the decor. A didn't really do much. Dylan, which he was good. He was pretty fucking good. I'll give him that, but he tried to skate it end to end every time and he got stripped. Like nobody was ever back. And it's just like those
And then,
certain guys that both want to skate up. You're kind of
mhm.
fucked there because they both skate up and then breakaway. I'm sure shit goal.
And then we were so short guys. We were bringing in kids like Caleb and
Yeah,
Keith.
yikes.
Honestly, I wasn't very amazed by him
Oh, maybe it was
personally,
Keith. Maybe it
but
was Keith. Maybe it was Keith. Sorry, not Cooper. Maybe it was Keith. Yeah, I mean, we
yeah,
brought in
because Cooper
guys.
was a forward.
Wait, well,
Cooper
I
played
can't.
forward. Yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious the one day. So speaking of Jeff, and speaking of bringing in guys, that Caleb kid, he came in for a couple games, like whatever. It was an extra guy. One day, this kid comes in, puts his bag down. Jeff goes, "Leave." Doesn't say a fucking word. He just looks at leave. Doesn't say thanks for coming, thanks for helping us. Nothing. Just dishes him. Nothing to him. I was like, wow, that's fucking cold. Like
I'm
shit.
surprised the kid came back for Louisiana later that season because Jeff asked
Yeah.
him to come. And I'm
Hmm.
surprised Jeff, so okay, two surprises actually. Surprised that Jeff asked him to come, and I was surprised that he decided to come as
Yeah.
well.
I can't remember
Because
that one
if
kid.
that was me, if I was put in that situation, I'd be like, no, you basically didn't see anything in me. But at the same
Yeah.
time, Caleb was kind of the kid who I saw personally that just wanted to fight the whole time and didn't want to help the team in any game situation type way.
Yeah, I mean, if we had more guys and like that's how we wanted to play and try to fight, fucking have at it. Like whatever. But we were down
We
so
didn't
many
have
guys
enough
every
guys for
game.
it.
And no, even like Louisiana series when there was like 5 fights or 4 fights, I was like, bro, like I know we're gonna lose, but at least keep us like kind of close, like not double
Hmm.
digits. But I don't know. That team was interesting and a shit show, but I hope that you can find a spot this year and find a spot that you're actually gonna play at and develop at and not get fucking sewered.
Appreciate that.
And like obviously, we had that conversation about the guys on 30 guys compared to 12. At the end of the day, if 12 guys and you're going to be the 13th guy and you're going to get more ice, fucking go there. Because, like I mentioned, like 30 guys could be all shitters. Could be fucking terrible.
Yeah. You never know and that's the thing. You get recruited, you don't know what team you're being built around. The only people that are going to know that are the coach. That's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
only person that's going to know.
sure, you can look up the roster and be like, oh, okay, this guy put up some points last year and
But you really
he's
don't know what their playing style's like.
no,
You don't
because
know
you
how
can
they
have a
play
kid.
offensively.
you can have a kid,
defensively.
and like even that, like, but also you can have a kid that comes out of high school, like, 18 or whatever, put up a bunch of points in high school. Okay, sure, you put up a bunch of points in high school, but how are you going to play against, 20-year-olds or age outs or these guys that are much bigger and much faster? Like, what are you going to fucking do? And then they come in and they fucking shit the bed. I mean, fuck, I
Mhm.
was I was one of those guys when I came in at 16. I was like, yeah, I'll hang with them. And then the first couple of games I was like, wow, this is a fucking eye opener. Like I'm getting shit raped out here. Like, you know. So
Like
it
even my
depends.
first little bit in Sheridan, like I was skating with like all USHL guys all summer, and like
Yeah.
I mean I definitely didn't belong on the ice, but I could hang with them,
Yeah.
and like
Right.
I walked in, I'm like, okay, I can hang with these guys. I'm gonna light up the NA3. I get
Yep.
there, I'm like, this ain't that much worse. Like some of these guys could easily play there, and
Yeah.
like it's whether they're bad attitude or like we had a guy in Sheridan who easily should have been and all, but just has he's just a
Super
big
attitude.
powder and
Yeah.
horrible attitude. And not gonna name
Oh,
drop,
yeah.
um, but yeah, I think that was legitimately the only reason he was still in three. And like that or like there's guys like our captain there that was a local kid and he just wanted to play for the hometown team. Like
Yeah.
I think easily could have been an all or at least like the NCDC or something like that. And like there were just a few guys like that for whatever reason just aren't there. And like, yeah, there's teams like, Yellowstone was a couple of years ago where they didn't win the game for a couple of
Two
years, and
years.
like the NA3 selects win that doesn't count. I'm sorry, but like that's just the scratch all star team. Like that does
Yeah.
not count. I'm sorry.
Oh
Come
God.
on.
The
That
Yeah,
shit was
scratch
wild. That
all-star.
shit was wild.
yeah. But yeah, I think it's just like there are teams that are legitimately that bad. That's kind of
Yeah.
why the NA3 gets a bad rep. But like the guys who are like studs and then all like are the USHL, you guys can say the NA3 sucks. Like you
Yeah,
guys are
like whatever. Have at it.
you
Like
guys
Yeah.
are
we
more than
know.
allowed to say that. But like
Yeah.
I think there's just a lot of people that think it's some like just brutal men's league type hockey. And then you get there, I'm like, this is like actually like a decently solid.
But it's just funny because like you have those guys during games, like they chirp you and shit, and it's like, dude, you're in the same fucking league as me. Like you're here for a
Yeah,
reason, and you're probably gonna end up here the rest of your fucking career. Like
yeah,
I wouldn't be chirping if I were you. Like you're gonna be the same
dude.
way. Or
Our
like,
last our
go
last
ahead.
game in Wilmer, the first year we played together, it's like we were playing Alex like that very last weekend, and Diener drops the you're an age out in the NA3. I'm like, Diener, you're gonna be an age out in the NA3 next year, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, sure shit. Like I just find it funny. It's like those guys too. Like I had one, I don't know if Tristan remembers this, but there was a guy as probably to my fucking chest, like short motherfucker, just a total tool. Oh yeah,
Oh God.
you're gonna be an HO and then A3. I'm like, I am, first of all, so shut the fuck up. Like, good for you for know your shit. And he goes, oh yeah, I played in the NAHL, like I played in the NAHL last year. I'm gonna play in the NAHL this year. And I look him up. Yeah, no, there's no way you're playing in the null next year, and you never did last year, you fucking twat. And then I brought up like a bunch of shit from like the null in my past or like DC and stuff, and this dude just shut the fuck up right away. Like, didn't say shit. I was like, just
Sure.
stop, bro. Like, you're just hurting
He went to a
yourself.
main camp and thought he was in the null,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I went to training camp. Yeah, I
I
made
went
it.
to a
I'm in the
Dash's
null.
main camp that they mass invite
Yeah,
everybody to.
like,
I
like
still
shut
get
the fuck up.
like I think the Boston Dogs in the NCDC. I still get main camp
Yeah,
invites
yeah,
to.
yeah, dude. I get
It's just a
invites all the
mass
time, and
email. I'm like,
I
thanks,
just
coach. I aged out 2 years ago, but
yeah, I just text him back. Like if it's a text, I just text him like, yeah, I'm an age out, but if you got a coaching spot, let me know. I
yeah,
guess like
honestly,
fucking. But yeah, dude. What else we
Yeah, it's
got?
also
Oh yeah, Tristan, go
I
ahead.
just see it. It's based on where you're playing. Like I've heard this recently, and I've heard the kids that play all the way in the dub will shit on the U show and say it's a bad league and everything. And apparently there was a kid who played for Spokane Braves that someone I knew, and he dropped down to the U and played Fargo and started dropping point per game. So it's a noticeable difference too.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I think I've talked about this guy before. Like he went from the O to dub to U show to null to NA3. Like this
I think I heard
motherfucker
about that guy.
dropped like a fucking log, and like sure in the NA3 he fucking lit it up. Don't get me wrong, but he never got called back up. So
yeah.
it's just like I don't know. There's a bunch of shit that you can say about the NA3, but at the end of the day, like it's hockey.
Mhm.
You can't really complain about it, right? So, and some of the teams are great, some of the teams are shit. Just depends, you know. So,
Yeah.
but that's all I got. Up my mouth.
Yeah.
What do you guys got?
I got nothing.
I got
Nothing.
nothing either.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. This is weird.
Yeah. So most episodes usually end. Yeah. I think that's probably gonna
Yeah.
wrap her up here. Tristan, you got any final shout outs you want to give? Anybody?
Shout out to the boys in Atlanta this last year.
Yeah.
Really made it a memory, especially you, Crouch.
Yeah. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop
I'm
it.
not gonna say what I was gonna say, but stop it. All right.
Shout out to shout out to all the boys who played Montana Select 16U AA. That was a great team to play on too.
Great.
Shout out to all the fam if you're listening to this, and that's it.
Shout out to your brother. Tell him to fuck off. That's all I got.
I got you. I'll let him
Appreciate it.
know.
I appreciate it. All righty. Wrap it up, Razzie.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap the show up for today. Appreciate y'all listening. Those who did. Make sure to share your mom, your dad, and of course your dead grandma. Anyone who's gonna listen to it, share the show to them. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Spotify, follow us if you're not already. Give us a rating. Make sure it's 5 stars. If it's not 5 stars, don't even bother.
Fuck off. Yep.
Yeah, what Crouch said. What else is there? Follow the show on Instagram, 3hell.pod. All our personal Instagrams will be on the screen at the very beginning. If you'd like to follow any of us. Repent, believe the gospel, everything that's good. Do that. It's been episode 17. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.